We are living in one of the most exciting times in history, with new technologies emerging every day, with new applications where no one has ever imagined before. And space is one of those just barely reachable environments that attract many of us to try and achieve something new, something for the first time. It's reachable because so many missions have been successfully completed, even a decade-lasting journeys such as the Rosetta mission to the Comet 67P. And because it's such a fast-growing sector, space offers so many opportunities to be creative, be productive, and bring new innovations to the world. The speed of space technology creation, or the information brought back by these technologies, like for example all the fascinating images of the planets of our solar system, never stops mesmerizing the world, including me. Now, some technologies of course can be oversimplified when presented to the public. Let's take an example of the European Space Agency's telemetry, tracking and command processor, which is simply known as an interplanetary smartphone, when in fact it's so much more than that. With years of hard work, tons of innovation, and a multitude of different disciplines required to solve challenging problems, like hitting a dartboard in New York while still standing in London. Surprisingly, it's as if what TTCP can do when tracking deep space platforms traveling over 100,000 kilometers per hour, hundreds of millions of kilometers away from the Earth. That's just one example. Now, if you ever have a chance to attend a space conference, you would enter a new world of innovation, with technologies that collectively will eventually enable humans to travel to and even inhabit space. Technologies in the space sector are seen only as enablers, but the vision's unlimited. The best part is that anyone and everyone can contribute. My name is Ingrida Valius aityte, and as a communications and monitoring group lead at BA Systems Applied Intelligence, I actually have an honor to work with the engineering team that designed and developed that interplanetary smartphone called TTCP. I also work with the business development team trying to enable private companies gain access to these world-leading technologies, just like the one I've mentioned before, the TTCP, that can track the spacecraft to within 10 centimeters anywhere in the solar system. I also work on different projects where the aim, for example, is to design and develop navigation capabilities, but of course focused on more challenging environments, where, like space-based GPS systems are not available. Also looking at future communication systems utilizing other than radio frequencies, such as optical communications, which is applicable to both near Earth as well as deep space. Now, as part of the strategic planning, I also contribute to the analysis of future space communications, where the role of satellites, as we understand it today, will change, given the option for reprogrammability, and where this change is quite difficult to predict even based on historic technology and infrastructure progression. By background, I'm a mathematician, and that's how I started my career, slowly moving into a more engineering and eventually management role. So I would say the space industry is really big, and it has a role to fit anyone who is interested. And although some disciplines may sound more fitting, like for example astrophysics, actually a variety of disciplines, many of which may not have a direct link to space to start with, are required to design and develop space technologies. Don't forget there are space services to be provided as well. When one of my recent interns from the mechanical department expressed a worry that head designs of a system chassis has nothing to do with space, my answer was quite simple. Yes, there is no direct link at that point in time, but that system, that chassis will go into ESA's deep space ground stations around the globe, enabling the overall chain of communications with a spacecraft undertaking important scientific missions. And although that chassis may not be that significant, which does not mean it's not a challenging task and not famous, but without it, there would be no big successes. So all contributions matter, so everyone can and should involve whoever believes space is fascinating, even if you don't, because it is.